Okay, here we go. I have all of it taken off. I've used some of these alcohol wipes, and I've wiped off all my fingernails. Okay, so what I'm going to do, this is the build powder. I usually do one of these first. I don't know if you really need to, but that's what I'm going to do. So these are the different colors since it's getting close to Easter, although in just a few days is St. Patrick's Day, but I'm not going to do green. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to take the base powder. Ooh. And I'm going to take base number 1. I am really close. Base number 1. And I don't want a lot on here. What I have found is that, let me put the light over here so I can see better. And I'm just going to leave it on there. I probably have enough to put it on the second one too. Yeah, I do. I try not to get it on the skin over here at all. What I have found is, what I was doing is at first I was putting it, I'll show you on the next one. I was putting it just on this part first, because I had read that. Then you put it to the back. But what I found for this base, I'm just doing it just a very thin layer. And I probably have enough on there for this one too, because I don't need a lot. My fingernails have always been very, very flimsy and thin, always. And I have, I went to a beauty shop, had my fingernails done for 20 some odd years. Maybe 30. Oh, that one was too wet. Well, we're not going to worry about that one. Okay, so this one. This one. You can dip them again, too. This is just how I do it. Now you can watch other people and do it the way they do it. That one's kind of, since I brushed it off, it's kind of weird. Now I have this old square that's just basically worn out, but this side that's just like a buffer almost, it's almost nothing. I'm going to do it on that one a little bit. Okay, I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do this little one because I kind of messed it up. Okay, and I'm going to leave it alone. Then I'm going to go through and I'm going to do this side. Try to really brush that off and not have that much on here. This poor fingernail, I should put a fake nail on this one. This one keeps getting messed up no matter what I do. Anyhow, I went to have my nails done forever. I'm sure it's been 30 some odd years. And then all of a sudden, I don't know why my body started rejecting it, but I had porcelain nails for years and years and years. And then I don't know what else she used, gel and this, that, and the other. I don't know. And so I have this toothbrush also that I can use. It's a bit rough, so I'm a little careful with that one. And I have I honestly could probably get by with just doing this and activating it, and then just painting it with nail polish. For some reason, I have got this powder everywhere. Let me see if I can't kind of... I'm going to shake this over the trash can a little bit and turn this over. For some reason, I got so much going on. Okay, so this is the activator number 2. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to activate this. And I brush it off before I put it back inside. I'm going to activate this one. And this one, but I don't want to get the first powder into the activator, and I don't want it to really be on the brush either. So some people say it causes it to harden and they have a big rough time with it, you know, seizes up inside there. I always just brush it off. And these are actually pretty good little brushes on here that I like. So I just need stability on my fingernails. So in all honesty, like I was saying, I could probably just get by with doing this builder coat and then just use fingernail polish. You can put considerably more of this, although you don't want to get it all over your skin either, because wherever you have that powder, it's going to harden. Activate it. I have got this powder all over my fingers, so I'm gonna use this toothbrush and get it all off. Now, this is brand new one, so it says number 1 is Shape It, Polish and Shine, and Buff. I think I'm going to start with the Polish and Shine, actually, and see what we've got going on here. It is a little bit rough. Okay. Let's see if I can make this down a little bit higher so I can. Let me try the rough. Ooh, no. I don't think I want that yet. That was step 2, smooth. And then buff. Let's see if that works good. Oh, quite nice, actually. I mean, I don't know if I buffed it all off, but... Now I'm back on this buff and shape. Ooh, nice. Can't be too much because then you'll just buff off you'll just take off everything that you put on there. Now see, this one's not nearly as nice, so I'm going to do the smooth real quick first. And then the buff and see what that does. Yeah, that feels good. Okay, we're going to, because this, you know, it's pretty rough when you first do the... So we're going to do this smooth. And then the buff. And then we'll do the smooth. And then the buff. Feels nice. And then I can tell it's still on there because my fingernails are paper thin and these are not. These are not paper thin. So it's certainly still on there. Okay, so then we're going to do this one. And I do it right down against the cuticle. I'll put oil on here, but I don't ever want it to get really thick back by the cuticle. I can't stand that. I always like to get girls that did my nails, which one girl did same girl did my nails for years and years and years. She was so good. And she would, you know, she would make it nice and thin back by the cuticle area. It was so pretty. She did such a fabulous job. And I was so sad when I couldn't have her continue to do them. But see, I think the key was partly is the light. This doesn't require light. And that's why I got these, because I didn't want to use the light, a UV light. And I think that makes one of the differences here. Now I can use this toothbrush, which I got at the Dollar Tree. I actually even, you know, did cut the cuticles back. Yeah, see, I wouldn't even be able to push this like this. This would bend, my nails would bend completely over. So it's definitely still on there. And as soon as I can feel it there too even. Actually, okay. So let me do this one just back in the cuticle area just a little bit because I can feel it. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, now to decide. Okay, so I'm going to do different colors. I don't usually do this. Oh, so I haven't used this one. This one's called Be Grateful. Oh, I like this. Okay, let me get one of my crafting tools and open this lid. Ooh, pretty. Okay, and then this one is called, that's Be Grateful. This is Lavender Mist. And this one is, ooh, Cloudberry. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tighten up the activator. I'm going to take the base and I'm going to do this one on my thumb. Once again, I'm going to do a fairly thin layer. Ooh. And you can see where I had missed a piece, but I'll just come back to that. I'm going to leave this one set. And I'll take the base again. And I'm going to use the lavender one. Very pretty. I'm going to take the base again. And I'll do the cloud. I'll do this one on my ring finger, same as my thumb. And then this one, I'll use the Cloudberry. We'll see how that goes. Oh, that's almost kind of a brown. Nice, though. And then we'll do this, and we'll do the lavender again. Okay. And I think with this ring one, I might put some glitter on that as well. So while I'm here, I think what I might do is put one more little dab very gently on there. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, we'll fix it though. And I'm going to leave that for a little bit. Now I'm going to go to this finger. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the berry. But I can see I don't have that clear over here on the thumb like I did before. There we go. Oh, I don't know if I have that where you can see. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to do the pointy finger. And dip it in the lavender. I'm not sure where to put this so you can see better. Then we'll do, ooh, what am I doing? The middle finger. We're going to use this brown looking one, which is beautiful. I didn't realize that was so pretty. And then we'll do the ring finger, which is going to be the berry or the grape one again. And then we'll do pinky, which I believe is lavender. Yes. Okay, so then we're going to close the base for now, so I can see what's going on. Now, lavender and the cloudberry. Let me see if you can even see what I'm doing. And the grape again. And the lavender. You can actually mix these as well. Now, what I'm going to do, well, let me brush all this off too. I don't want this sticking on my thumb forever. Okay, so this one I put a lot on there. Remember, I'm going to take this old one, and this was the rough one on the old one. Let me put some, just kind of set these lids on here. I don't want to get this all inside those powders. And I think I'm going to have to use this shape number 1, even though this only has the color on it and I didn't activate it yet. I don't want it to be awful, and I don't want to have to wait till I activate it. I'd rather dip it with just a thin layer. Now this is my way of doing it. That feels good. Okay, so then I'll go to the step 2 smooth side. Yeah, that's much nicer. I really like this color here, this cloudberry. I'm going to do all my fingernails with that on at one time soon. This one's nice, so I really only need to do the little buffing one on that. Now this is very much on my skin. And there we go. And look at this, very much on my skin. There we go. I'm going to buff this one with the number 3 because it's pretty rough. Yeah, most of them I can probably just buff them a little bit. Make them a little bit softer, smoother, nicer. Use the number 2 towards my cuticle because it's rough. I'd rather just redo it, you know, than to have it really hard. And there we go. Now I'll buff it, number 3. Yeah, a lot nicer. Okay. And I think what I'm actually going to do on this is go ahead and put the base on again. Very thin coat of the base. Oh, there goes the lid. Okay. Very thin coat of the base. Okay, very thin coat of the lavender. Okay, a very thin coat of the berry. I forget what they call it. Now I got to get this right around the edges. And the lavender again. Okay. And while that's setting, Okay, the lavender. Okay. And the grapes again. And then the lavender. Oops. Okay. So I'm going to put the lids, just set the lids on these. And this one will just sit over there since I knocked it off. Boy, this grape one really has a pigment to it. Look at my fingers. Even though this one is rough, when I get all done, I may put a real light glitter fingernail polish on all of these to bring them all together. Okay, so what I'm going to do next, I'm going to open up my paper towel. I have this tri-folded. I'm going to turn that inside so this is nice and clean. I'm going to get the activator. I'm going to activate this. But you can already see there's some pretty rough spaces. Always wipe your brush before you put it in there. Okay, I'm closing the activator. This one is pretty rough, so I'm going to use the step 2 smooth and see what I can come up with. May have to go to the number 1 to shape. Yeah, because it gets pretty hard with the activator. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's... Okay, now I'm going to go to the number 2. It says smooth. Then I'm going to go to the number 3 buff and see what we got there. Now I am going to go back in and put the activator on it and see. Oh, this is base. Pay attention. And I'm going to see if that white line remains white. No, it does not. A little bit dimply. Not bad. Okay, I'm gonna number 2 to smooth it up just a bit. Sorry, I am so close. I think it's too close. There we go. Now we'll use the buff. That's pretty good. Use the activator on this one and see what it does. I'm going to use number 3. I'm going to start with the buff. Number 3 looks pretty good. Now this looks like it's got a white rim up at the top, so I don't know. Buff. And I may have to put another color on there. We'll see. Let's see what activation does on this one. Well, that looks pretty good. It's pretty good too, so I think I'll just use Polish and Shine on this one. I don't feel any Well, I do see a little bit of a, let me go ahead and do just a little bit of the smooth. And then the buff. Let's see what the activator does on this one. Okay. Oh, now I made a big lump on the back of this one. Look here, I went clear up on my cuticle. That's not good. I don't know if I can actually, let me see. I don't have my clippers here. I was going to see about clipping that. Let me go to the roughest one, number 1. See if I can get that off down at the cuticle. See, I got it up on the cuticle. Not good. Oh, am I going to be able to do it without... Actually, I was able to do it without ruining the nail. Get that. Good. Okay, so I'll go to the number 2. Yeah, nice. Okay, now I'll go to the buff. Let me see what that's done. What is that? Let me buff that right there. Yeah. Okay, so let's put a little bit of activation on that one. But I did take a little bit of the, it has a little bit of white on the end. And while I'm here, I'm going to go back to this one, see if I can. Now that it's been activated again, see if I can smooth that one out. And now there's the 2 to smooth. And 3 to buff. Let's see how that one's doing. I'm going to activate it again. Okay, we're going to work on this side now. In this section, I'm buffing it and reactivating it every single time to get a nice hard finish on it. Okay, so what I'm going to do to this one, on this one, I'm going to put just a little bit more color, see if I can get the color to fill it in. So I'm going to start over with the base coat. I'm going to do the same on this one. Oh, I put way too much on there. All right, let's see what it does. Gonna make it thick by my thumb, I think. We'll see. Now, I don't use the NailBoo top coat. I use this out the door because it dries almost instantly. So we're gonna put some on here and see what we think about that. And we're going to put this out the door on this one. And out the door on this one. And out the door on this one. And then we're going to fix that one. You're going to wait. And this one is lacking a little bit of color. So I think I'm going to have to dip that one as well with the number 1 base. But I don't want it so thick. And I think I'm good on those. So I'm going to use out the door on this one. I'll have to clean up around my skin on this one because I kind of got it everywhere. I think I have a little line in this one. Oh, maybe this is going to fill it in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just put activator on this grape one here and see if that will fill it in. I have to buff it just a little. Not bad. I think just buffing it's going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and activate this, and then we'll buff it. Yeah, that filled that in nicely. And once again, buffing these two that I repaired, and also activating it again so that it can get ready for the out the door top coat. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put the top coat, which is this particular one, is out the door because I just like it. Okay. And I'm going to put oil on all my fingernails and my cuticles. And I think I'm going to put some little bit of glitter here and there. Yeah. And I'll just use my polish, glitter polish, and not re-dip them with glitter. So that's what I'm going to call good. And I used lavender mist and Be Grapeful, as in grape, which is pretty, you know, turns out pretty dark, but pretty. And then this one, I dropped the lid over behind it, but it's Cloudberry. cloudberry in the middle. Okay, so there you have it. Oh gosh. Okay, well thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you like this. Okay, bye.